Okay, good evening, good afternoon, good evening. So we should now inspect 4 slides. So if you remember yesterday, one of the slides was very heavy and I couldn't put the cover on it. So, and now after maybe 20 hours or so, 22 hours, the cover was completely outside. So I decided to just throw away the cover and most of the material, which was like too big for microscopic work. And I took another and I took another sample from the container and separated between two slides. So now we have 4 slides. 2 slides that are from the big container, if you remember, and one from the smaller one, and one from the smallest, which contain mostly P, as I said, and very little bit of remnants of what was initially inside the 2 other ones. So let's just start the inspection, and later we will do an analysis, and as I said, probably even more samples. Okay. So it's heavy with liquids, so a lot of many things to focus. We see life form over here. Another one just, from the start. Another small one to the left. Is this a life form? I'm not sure. So this is where the sample gets more heavy. So here we should see more like objects. We already see neos in various sizes. So we see many neos. You see, it's so thick, so we can actually focus in different layers. But what we don't see here is actually many life forms. We do see neos, and this actually it's starting to align with the theory that I thought about yesterday night and this morning. I will speak about that in the next video, which will be an analysis. But we do see life form here, but not as much as I would have thought. But the neos did not die, which many of them are alive, which is good. As you see, there is a very high density of neos, much more than you could have seen in samples that were taken from the painting, for example, from any of the 13 or so samples from the paintings. This is a Nero and a very beautiful one, actually. This is 64 magnification. This is a big one and a beautiful one, actually. This slide was just prepared, so you see, the flow. You see flow. This is, of course, perfectly normal for slides that were just prepared. Another very big one, and many smaller ones. Wow, this is a nice shot. So we see very nice things, actually, and also a flow. Maybe we should zoom in. This is 150. We see like a shrimp life form, which is very interesting, and the flow mixture, and several Neros who are like one on top of the other, like in different layers, like for the material. This shrimp is very nice. What is this? So we see here Neos. This is 150 magnification. Very nice. Very nice. Maybe we'll do even like the higher magnification lens, which is a little dirty, but maybe you can see something. So we see very small Neos, like not tiny. It's all. It's all, as they say, relative, because, as I said many times, probably there exists in much smaller size, like in the nanoscopic scale, but I don't have any way to actually prove it or to watch it. This is like a 600 magnification, something like that. These are life forms, actually, very small ones. And we can also see mirrors. Let's get back to 64. So tons of Neos, which is fine, because that's the main objective as far as I'm concerned, like to make them go and multiply. But wow, this is amazing. But as I will elaborate on the analysis video, the fact that we don't see many life forms is it's probably something that hinders the growth of the Neros. But let's speak about it in the analysis video. So, and we should also think we should actually suggest what actually happens here, because what we see here in line with what I thought about like yesterday and this morning. So here we see a very complicated life form. It looks like you see the sausage, like here, of the sausage type. Like I think that rabies look like that, or leprosy. They look like that. A very elaborate life form, and many Neros besides it, like even a nice color. Maybe it's nice to zoom in here, like on that sausage. I think it's rabies or leprosy. Of course, it's based on that. Like the real rabies and leprosy germs are tremendously smaller. I mean, like maybe at least 100 or if not 200 times smaller, if I'm not mistaken. But correct me if I'm wrong. So yes, this is a sausage. Very nice. Very, very nice. Very nice life form. Probably coming to a synthetic variation of rabies or leprosy in huge scale. Extremely interesting. And of course, many neros around it. Let's get back to 64. More life forms. Wow, this one is big. Wow, what a nice sausage we have here. This one is huge. I mean, this is 64 magnification. I should remind you, like pretty small magnification, and this one is freaking huge. Very nice. Very nice. Well, so this is it. This is the end of the another huge. Wow, this one. Okay, so this one is actually the largest that I've seen in this slide. Of course, I've seen much bigger ones in other slides, but yes, the big one, very big one. Wow, wow, very interesting, very interesting. Can this guy bring the humanity to its end? I don't know, but let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, another huge one. Wow. Okay, so this is it, and so I will not do like all the 4 because I mean it's not comfortable like to do very long videos with this like setup of like the iPhone. So we'll do one more, and maybe I'll do an analysis video and eat something, and then we will take more I'll do the other 2, and maybe we'll take a little bit more. I mean also this also depends on popular demand. You know that I appreciate like the demands, like the wishes of the audience. So if you want more examples from something that you already know that I possess, please suggest, and or if you don't want to, like if you want me to speak about any other thing with regards to the science, because science is very interesting from my point of view, and I try to deal with it as much as I can, like as much as my energies and my very modest means allow me. So of course this is a favorite subject of mine. So let's take a look at another one. Okay, so this is not like the other one that I prepared today, that I fixed, but this is like one of the other 3 that from yesterday. So Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so modest worms, like string, like microbes. Small neos all over the place. This one is interesting. You see, it's like a legs. It's got like legs, like life form with small legs. Maybe ciliate. Wow, this is nice. A very elaborate life form. Wow, big one, like a squid. These are neos, very nice ones. So we see neos here. I mean, both neos and life forms. I mean, that's pretty similar to what we've already seen. Not as many neos as the previous two, but certainly we do see them, like they're there. You need to find the right focus layer for this. Not many neos, but you see all over the place, like small ones. Still, I mean, in much larger density than you could have like seen like in any of the paintings, like samples. And I will later explain what actually happened here in the analysis video, and also I will speak about like something that we've discussed in the past, but maybe you don't remember or didn't have the opportunity to actually watch. So it will be like an analysis and summary video, which is quite needed, like in order to make sense of things until now. And also so you can understand what I'm actually trying to achieve, because like I try to achieve something here. I don't like, it's not like, I mean, just, I mean, you know, I mean, some, like there are many, like, I mean, it's also legitimate like to do like, I mean, like experiments like with open mind completely, and just, I mean, create like ecosystems without, I mean, especially experiments that, I mean, involve ecosystems, or you can just create ecosystem and just, I mean, try to see what's happening. This is legitimate, but this is not, generally this is not what I am for. Like I am like a specific, like I have goals, specific goals that I try to achieve. So we should speak about like what actually are them, and I mean, what, I mean, can like be, what you already achieved and what's not. So this will be in the analysis video, which will be the next video, because I'm kind of like, my hands are tired, like, I mean, of doing like more and more like videos, like, I mean, inspection videos. Of course, a new microscope and like with a built-in or like or not built-in, but I mean like a digital camera that, I mean, it's just like it can be put on like on the lens, on the eye lens, will be extremely helpful, but I need money. This is a big one. Wow, very big life form. Another very big string. Wow, wow. Okay, this one is huge. This one is a small one. So the problem is this slide is that I have this, that's like too much material and it's difficult to focus. I should take note to put less material so it will be easier to focus. Even though some people actually suggested in the comments that it's actually good, like, I mean, that you have like a 3D slide, because it gives you like more, like, I mean, kind of like feeling of what's going on, like the 3D environment, which is a valid argument, but I mean, it makes it difficult to work, like, I mean, that you need to change focus all the time. So we see many life forms, and we see very small, like relatively small neros. We didn't see like any large, very large one, but we've seen very small one, quite a bit of small ones. Maybe we'll zoom in. You see that those ones here? This is a very impressive one. Okay, so let's get back to 64. Another big string. Another one. What is this? This is frightening. I don't know what it is, but it's certainly life form and certainly frightening one. Okay, more life forms, more bubbles. Bubbles and neros and life forms. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so let's stop now. Maybe I'll eat something and we should do the analysis video. And later we'll watch like more samples. And as I said, since these are like scientific matters, I'm really open to suggestions and to like comments, like because in science, like I know my limitations. I don't have like much backgrounds, and like I will in the next video, the analysis video, I will speak about like for example, like one video that I've seen yesterday. Or that actually was very pertinent and very, enlightening, because it's like a great analogy to some of the things that I try to study now, and it's also in some way like a response to I guess to like what maybe sounds like accusations that were aimed at NASA. So we should speak about this video, and but let me grab something to eat and we should continue. So the bottom line is that everything in regards to science, I'm glad to like accept like questions and directions and comments, because this I believe that this should be like, it's not science if it's not like done with like other people. Like this is like maybe the only like real substance or real quality of like the science as we understand it, like that like materialized or came to be after the so-called scientific revolution. The only like real characteristics that was not present before, and that is something that that is like intrinsic to the concept of science, is, at least to my opinion, the idea of the fact that you are doing it with other people and this is peer-reviewed and replicable. So of course I would like any comments would be appreciated, but first we should continue in a bit.